When you hear your favorite song, what do you think of? The beat? The lyrics? The artist? Do you ever think about the work it took to make the song? The miraculous alchemy of talent, hard work, and luck. At any given moment on the Billboard chart are songs and those who struggled for years to get there, the unknown producers and songwriters. This is the story of two young songwriters determined to make the next hit song that you can't get out of your head.
'Cause it's too late to go back. Too late, too late. It's too late to go back. Too late, too late. It's too late to go back. Too late, too late. It's too late to go back. Too late, too late. It's too late to go back before I faded away. When dreams are big about everything. Wish I realized it along the way. But it's too late to go back. Too late, too late. Another day, another lifetime. Comes up and the sun goes down. Find a little spot on the edge of town. Twist.
The mission seems simple. Create a song that people will enjoy, relate with, and can't stop humming, all while sounding completely original. But the competition is fierce. Every year, millions of songs are written, but only a small fraction ever make it to the top of the charts.
That's how we do it around here. Born and raised on country music, what's up?
We just lost all of our fans.
Right now, they're all gone.
Austin Zudek and Justin Thunstrom are two New York City-based songwriters, and against steep odds, they have decided to dedicate all their time and energy in trying to produce the next hit song.
You get to go and make something that doesn't exist when you wake up. Even when you're writing a sad song, you get inspired and you get involved, and it might take all of you, and you might be empty by the time it's done, but you still got to write a song.
Music, even without words, can get you through things. And when I found out that you could have a career in music and you could do that for your life, I don't think there was any other option for me. We first met in 2011 at Grammy Camp out in LA. And there was this open mic night, second night of the camp, where he went up and sang this song. And I just kind of made this decision in my head that, like, yep, this is a guy I want to work with.
Justin grew up as an only child on a lake in Minnesota. Austin grew up in a small town in New Jersey, not far from New York City.
Ever since I was 2, instead of carrying a blanket around, I used to carry an acoustic guitar.
His love for music grew as he acted in musical theater and took guitar and piano lessons.
And so the natural progression was to begin writing songs. And at first they were terrible, and I thought they were the best things in the world.
He further honed those skills while studying songwriting as an undergrad at New York University. Justin taught himself how to play piano and later took drum and guitar lessons. He chose to study entrepreneurship at the University of St. Thomas in Minneapolis. But after graduation, Austin convinced him to relocate to New York and pursue a career in music together.
And then when college ended, I convinced him to move out to New York and just do this full time. Go in with no backup plan.
To increase their odds of making a living, they worked tirelessly to learn how to make music in any genre, from country to pop to EDM.
We tried to learn how to create the song that we heard on the radio because we didn't necessarily know how they were doing it. So we'd try and use our skills to make that song, and in doing so, you would learn so many new skills and tricks and little things that we still use today. We've worked in sessions from EDM to country to hip hop to pop. No matter what session is, we can show up, we can write a good song for it, and we can produce it.
After nearly 5 years of working together, their first big break came from a very unexpected place.
We had the 2017 Quaker Oats commercial.
I do believe there's something good is happening here. I do believe
a worldwide rock song with Japanese artist Miyavi, which went to #1 on the rock iTunes chart.
To find work and inspiration, every month or two they travel for a week to Nashville or Los Angeles to collaborate in sessions with some of the top music writers and producers. These sessions can last for 6 to 8 hours each, with the goal of a finished song at the end and ultimately hopes of selling it to a major artist. At this session in Nashville, the two are working with Anthony Falcone, a producer and artist who's worked with Jennifer Lopez, Marc Anthony, Snoop Dogg, Prince, and many other top artists. On this day, with Anthony's help, they hope to make a hit song from scratch.
Do you want to lock in on that first one and just start building a groove off of it?
Sure, let's go. Because we could change the last chord too if we don't want it to be the same.
So the second the Justin and Anthony kind of figured out the chordal structure, I immediately just heard some melodies and started singing some dummy lyrics. Dummy lyrics are like lyrics that mean nothing. Can't give you and I felt where it struck me, and I just let the lyrics flow until something stuck, and then I was able to, start writing.
Austin and Justin make a common team in the songwriting world. Austin generally acts as the writer, creating the main melody and lyrics, whereas Justin is the producer, creating all the beats and effects throughout the song.
Once we get the chords figured out, you're just kind of finding the right textures and sounds to bring those chords to life. I'll hear the track in my head, I'm like, this is where it has to go, and then the whole rest of the session, I'm just trying to put that together. For some reason, we get on like this similar wavelength where like I'll add something in the track that is directly coinciding with something that the writers or that we're all talking about and thinking, and it just kind of blends. It's something natural that I don't know how to explain, and it just all comes together and works really well. It'd be cool to find a part to drive with the guitar.
Okay. I enjoy kind of darker songs because there's more, maybe some more truth in that, There's a way of emotion and expression, but I don't know, inspiration just can't force it, just kind of feel it, like those chords kind of fell right. Everyone just said those chords felt right today, so it could be the weather, it could just be the time of year. I mean, I know I make different flavors and beats at different times of the year. A lot of the times I'm making music and I'm like, are people gonna like this? I'm like, if I like it, chances are someone else has to like it, you know what I mean? There's 1,000 people out there for sure like that song. If it moves me, it just has to be heard in the right context or the right place.
Try to pretend that we're fine, but baby we're not. We've known it for some time now.
Maybe like after like you had a bad night out, you know what I mean? And it's like that one time where you're just thinking to yourself, like on the side of like real fucked up, back against the wall, just sitting there like, why am I here in this moment?
I didn't go in with a concept, I didn't go in with any lyrics, I just went in with an open mind. And so when I write lyrics, I take pride in the fact that despite how somebody might listen to it, it is concise, it gets the point across, and it's real. Check this out, I kind of have to a hook idea. 3, 4.
Try to pretend that we're fine, push it aside every time that we fight, don't matter who's right, we rehearse these words 1,000,000 times. I know that you deserve better, so much better than this, and I know that I deserve better, so much better than this.
It seems like when we start with just piano chords and a melody, I think a lot of people would think, oh, this is gonna be like a ballad or this is gonna be a sad song. But that's just kind of getting the song started. I think it's a lot more complicated than people generally think, because even when, aside from the writing and the lyrics side, when you're on the production side, people don't know necessarily all the layers that go into it or all the little intricate things that are in there. After we finish a session, generally on other days, we'll just have full production days or days where we're wrapping up songs. And this is one of our own songs called Will Never Change that actually just came out. And this one ended up being 104 tracks at the end, after lots of post-session work. And that's not even the half of it, because even within every vocal file, we have 30-some takes that we're choosing individual parts for. Like if we want this part of this sentence here and this one here, we can pick those so that we get the perfect take that we want. This song started with this groove, and this is kind of how we started writing to it and all of that. There's bass, there's synths, there's all sorts of things that go into every part. I mean, we have 10 or 11 guitar tracks, and you can't even really hear much guitar in there. We actually had the guitar in here is bowed. It's a bowed guitar. So instead of using a pick, our friend Matt used a bow, and you get this cool, almost orchestral vibe from it. And we just put a bunch of effects on it. It originally sounds like this. Kind of sounds like a cello or something. And then you just add, and you get this cool like texture from it, which in the mix, like you might not notice that necessarily if you're listening to the song, but as soon as I take it out, you would notice something's different. So I mean, there's little tips and tricks we use in all sorts of songs, and that just make it a little unique, a little more unique and fun. It's fun to just play around with a bunch of different plugins, and I mean, the possibilities are so endless that it's just fun and it never gets old.
All the hours, all the hard work doesn't always pay off. Many songwriters, even with hit songs, struggle to make a living. It's a constant push to try and sell their songs and create the next hit song. The reality is, all the songs you stream or download online, songwriters only get fractions of pennies on them. And in this session, Anthony likes the song so much that he wants to keep the song to record it for himself.
In the session, we just hit a moment where he got really excited and inspired by the track and the way the melody and lyrics were going, that I think he just looked at us and said, hey guys, this could be really perfect for what I'm trying to do.
While the song won't be pitched to a major artist, it'll likely appear on Anthony's upcoming album, and then, who knows?
Don't know why I can, don't know why I can, why I can't give you up, don't know why I can't, don't know why I can, why I can't give you up.
That's the hook.
Okay, cool.
Modern buying process, we'll have you out the door in 1 hour or less, saving you time and money. We're located on Western Avenue, where the cities of Torrance and Gardena meet.
It's all good. I love the music. It's all good.
I'm loving the music.
Go Country 105. Another Friday night, there's a line of cars leaving. Home team's got an out of town. Me, I'm sitting
In Los Angeles, Austin and Justin set up a session where everyone was committed to writing a song for a big artist. And the three they were working with have had that success before. Nick Seeley has written songs for Charlie Puth, Nick Jonas, and Pitbull.
Cause when you're in love, you don't mind a different view.
Andrew Tinker has written for the Lumineers with a song that was featured in the Disney summer blockbuster, Pete's Dragon.
We set out so long ago.
And Emily Vaughn has started a solo career of her own, with millions of streams on Spotify and iTunes already. To start the session, Austin, Andrew, and Emily began fiddling with melodies outside.
Last two words of that first line.
I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone. Overnight I don't remember for the life of me.
So Andrew brought this melody in from something that he'd been playing with for a while, this melody and lyric, and he brought it out to Emily and I, and we really, enjoyed it and thought that it was something we should absolutely work on. And so we began toying with it outside on the guitar. I feel like that's the hook.
Keeps coming back in my head.
Yeah.
It's like maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll stick to somebody else too.
Recurring melodies.
But for now I don't remember it all. I'll make the most of this mess. Do it all with no regrets. Standing right up on the edge of right or wrong.
I can walk out on the edge, but I won't fall.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like running on the edge. 'Cause that's a really cool visual.
Totally.
I don't run on the edge, but I don't fall. I keep running, 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 running.
So I'll keep running.
Yeah.
I've been running on the edge.
But I
won't fall.
So I keep running, running, running.
Cool.
Running, running, running.
We're on to something here. On to something.
We're all set. You guys want to come back in?
Cool. We just finished the chorus.
The chorus and the post.
I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a night I don't remember at all. I'll make the most of this mess, do it all with no regrets. I've been running on the edge, no I won't fall. So I keep running, 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 running back. We're figuring out the post, but it's just like, yeah.
That's sick. I love it.
Yeah.
A little bit, it ain't me, but like.
I know. I was saying.
But I love the vibe of it. What's the starting melody in It Ain't Me? Like
I don't know if it's that song. It's something else.
It Ain't Me goes,
Yeah, it gives me. I've definitely heard something like.
No, it's familiar, and that's okay. I just want to make sure that we're like. I don't even
who's
care if it's
gonna
like.
walk you through the dark side of the morning?
Right.
Who's gonna hold you when the night won't let you sleep?
Yeah.
Who's waking up to drive you home when you're drunk and all alone? Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning?
Okay, but what's the verse though, leading up to that?
I had a dream. We were sipping whiskey neat on the floor of the Bowery, and it was hard enough.
Okay, now that's can I just?
With a picture on my phone and a night I can't remember. Oh, it's too close.
Yeah, but we've got something here, so let's just. I mean, we just make gentle moves just to pull it away from that. I think it can be done.
Which part do you think it's a melodic thing or harmonic thing?
Well, I mean, the chord progression. I mean, it's just folk chord progression. That's open for everybody for the taking. So you can't mess.
Or we could just start from scratch if it's too.
But no, I love this idea. I love the lyrics. I love the melody. Like I don't like. I just want to go into it consciously acknowledging that, like, okay, it's a little bit too close to It Ain't Me. Let's pull it away from that.
It's definitely. I was saying that, like, personally, I feel like we should start from scratch. But that is me.
That is me.
Or we can try to just keep working on this to make it.
Let's invest in this for a second, because I love the concept too. Like, and I love the, like, how you juxtapose it against the, like the kind of folky whimsicality of the chords and everything. Let's just sing it again and just see what we got.
Cool.
What if it was like, I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a night.
When Andrew came in with this hook idea, it was very clear to us that he had been sitting with it for quite a while. It's always definitely difficult for somebody that comes in with something to fully let it go in his ear, and and I've had the same thing. It sounds the best the way you created it.
What part of the melody does that remind you of? I had a dream, we were sipping whiskey neat, it was for the Bowery and you were going
It's
on.
right after that. It's the pre, right?
Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning?
Who's waking up to drive you home when you're drunk and on your own?
Yeah.
I don't think we're even close to my
Really?
ears personally.
You're right. It's not actually in there, but
It's a classic trajectory. I don't
it
think.
is a classic trajectory. I think that's all it is.
But I think that's a good thing. People found, oh wow, kind of
sure,
recognize
but I
it.
think it's also the melodic rhythm that we're kind of that's pretty
We're close on the melodic rhythm,
yeah. Wake up alone on my phone.
What if it was straighter? I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a light I don't remember at all. Like make it straighter.
When you were outside doing this, I thought you were just playing a song, just on, I thought you were actually playing that song.
Oh.
Which song did you think we were playing?
I didn't think directly that it was the.
When I first
that
heard
song,
it,
but-
immediately it sounded. I knew that I'd heard it, but
Yeah,
I
me
couldn't
too.
figure out what it was. So I definitely see a qualm here.
So no, it's okay. We can. I still.
What you guys are talking about is what's exciting me about the song. You're like, I feel like I've heard this, but I haven't.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
what makes it.
Well, that's cool. But I'm saying, but let's continue to pull it away. So just keep jamming on it, keep singing it. For me.
I like night I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
2, 3.
I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a night I don't remember at all.
Andrew, just curious. What if you just kind of like light strumming, like ding, ding, ding.
Now we got X Ambassadors. Is it Renegades that has this?
Nobody owns the strum of a guitar.
Whatever, I just got blasted for a melody that was unduplicable. I mean, I like it still. So it'd be like, just waiting.
There are 3 keys to writing a new song. It needs to be catchy, yet also completely original, and it needs to be relatable. In this session, they're struggling with all 3 of them.
I like the verse should end with the lyric, that's how you know you finally made it. That's how I know I finally made it. I want to wake up alone with a picture on my phone.
That's cool.
How does that mean you made it?
This is the life you want to live. When I wake up, this is what I'm going to do. When I've made it, I'm going to wake up alone with a picture on my phone with night I don't remember at all.
Have you made it, or you just, you've chosen to live your life in the way you want to live it?
Right.
Yeah, that's making it, right?
What if
Depends
that's
how
the
people
lyric?
define making
Yeah. What if that's it though? Like I've defined making it. What if it was like an realistic like no money in my pocket kind of thing, but I still made it or something like.
A lot of people, I've written songs like that a lot, and it's just people don't always the no money and I'm still making it doesn't translate the right way. So.
Yeah, not to giant artists because they are rich.
Right.
That's
It
true.
doesn't work for them.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah.
I prefer to make it, no use complaining, because I prefer to take action and make something of this.
That don't
phase me. Yeah, that's cool.
Baby. Yeah. I wanna wait.
Making better nights, baby. Together.
Oh my god, what if it's I'll admit I'm trying to get my shit together. I'll admit I'm trying to act a little older, but at the end of the day, I want to wake up alone with a picture. The concept is I'm not gonna lie, I'm like trying to get my shit
I'm
together.
scared to death of getting older. I'll admit that I should get my shit together.
And
I'll admit I'm scared to death of getting older. I'll admit I'm running from some demons that I left in the past or something like that.
From some demons. And I'm running from some
That
demons.
look a lot like you.
That's cool.
Some demons that look a lot like you. I've been running from
Can you rhyme demons?
Is that already a lyric? That's really cool. I feel like it's already a thing.
I don't think so.
To rhyme demons?
No, like I've been running from demons that look like you. That look a lot like you. I'm running from some demons that look a lot like you.
I like that.
I like demons. Don't delete it.
Okay.
Just move that to the bottom. And also the like, I don't want to use the image of running before we get to
Good point.
running. But I fucking think demons is a great word. And
Yeah.
that we are struggling with our demons in this song.
And you know
In
I
the
got some demons. I know I got some demons, and I know you got them too.
Okay.
Because then it's kind of like everybody, like bringing it to like everybody's in this together. Yeah, I know I got some demons, and
I know you got some too, and I know I'm not an angel without you. I wanna wake up.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, I know I'm not an angel.
Yeah,
without
that's
you.
perfect actually.
Here, a little bit better.
Hello, hello, hello.
Anything?
Yes, I can hear myself.
Okay, great. I'm gonna start with the music kind of low, and then just tell me if you need any more of it, okay?
Dope. Yeah, I could get the track up a little bit. That's good, yeah. No point in wasting this life I'm given. I'm not one for waiting. No. Sometimes I'm jaded. Maybe that's why I've been drinking lately. I'll admit that I should get my shit together. I'll admit I'm scared to death of getting older. Yeah, I know I got some demons, and I know you got some too. Yeah, I know I'm not an angel without you. I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a night I don't remember at all. I'll make the most of this mess, do it all with no regrets. I've been running on the edge, but I won't fall.
Okay. Anybody first impressions?
I think it's cool. I think it doesn't like hit me.
Yeah, me neither.
But I don't think it's the song. I think it would be would start something else. I don't think it's like a lyric or a melody that's gonna make it hit you.
I think it's actually super dope. I think it just needs to be faster and it needs like a rhythmic thing to push it like the guitar.
I think the original pre-melody was better.
The hook melody, I mean. Like,
The one that sounded like whatever faux
Yeah,
Selena Gomez song.
definitely. Like,
Why don't we try
I'm not opposed to bringing that
I
back.
mean, now that we've like kind of moved
Give it
away
the
from
song
the
more of its own
production.
identity, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, it's just like I feel like if I could just use a word to describe it, it's just like a little boring. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So.
We could always get like a vocal on it and then maybe just like start something different or.
Okay.
Honestly, I think running along the edge is the coolest image in the whole song. I mean,
I like that.
oh, along the edge.
But it's completely out of context. So, like, what's the connecting on the edge?
That's the title of the song. Along the edge.
Yeah. Okay, can you sing it?
If I can remember the melody.
I'll make the most of this mess, do it all with no regrets. I've been running on the edge, but I won't fall.
Oh, 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 along the edge. Oh, 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 along the edge.
I think you need running along the edge, like, for my brain to kind of comprehend the image.
Running on the edge, but I won't fall.
The only thing you can really say from that is I won't fall.
I think running on the edge, that's a cool image. Running on the edge.
So running on the edge. Oh.
Here, I check this out.
On the edge, but I won't fall.
Running on the edge, oh, 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 I'm running on the edge, oh, 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 running on the edge.
I think that's the best.
Best one so far. Yep. I like that. Nice.
What do you think, Emily?
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
Oh, I keep running.
Nice.
I'll admit that I should get my shit together. Yeah, I'll admit I'm scared to death of getting older. I'll admit that I have got some demons and I know you got them too. We both know that I'm no angel without you. I wanna wake up alone with a picture on my phone of a night I don't remember at all. I'll make the most of this mess, do it all with no regrets. I've been running on the edge, but I won't fall. Running on the edge, oh, 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 I keep running, running on the edge, oh, 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 I keep running, running on the edge.
This is one of those games where if you are persistent enough, things will happen. You just got to be persistent enough and believe that it will happen. And you figure it out when, you know, things get slower, things get tough. You just keep pushing. We're just so fortunate to get to do this every day that you can't not chase the opportunity. You know what I mean?